first timer.
Okay. Welcome to
Evening.
welcome to your first practice this evening. By the way, my name is Igby. I'll be your guide for tonight's gentle practice. So, having said that, make sure that this is something that you would um, find ownership with, meaning you don't have to necessarily do all the postures if you feel that the postures are not yet there. Always think about um, your body at the same time, how it moves, whether it is capable of reaching for a certain shape. Sometimes we tend to, in the practice, we tend to overthink the shapes ahead of time. The shapes are not really particular, are not really relevant. It's really more of how you are feeling behind you creating movements and shapes in your body. So, having said that, make sure this is something that um, you would practice safely. So, if there's a need for you to rest in between, um, if you need to stop and pause, take a break, you're more than welcome to do so. Okay? Let's begin in an easy seated posture. So what I'm doing right now is I'm using a block to make sure that my hips are above my knees, especially if my hips are kind of tight this evening or my joints are not yet there to support my lower body. So if you don't have a block with you, you can always maybe use a pillow, a sturdier one, something that will support you. Otherwise, feel free to, you know, set the block aside. Sit your bums against your heels, your toes are pointing back. Bring your hands on top of your thighs. Let's just find our own center first. Maybe at this point you might want to close your eyes. So we close our eyes because we want to shy away from any distractions around us. It's easier to find focus inward when we close our eyes. So just gently relax the body. And maybe at this point, find a way to become aware of your breathing pattern. Every time you inhale, try to feel expansive. You feel that you're getting bigger, longer. And as you exhale, the body becomes softer, much more relaxed. So take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out. So take some time to become comfortable with yourselves, with your own skin, with your own breath, with your own presence. Along the way in the practice, we will get distracted by sounds, by noise, by things that are happening in our minds, maybe some things that are troubling our hearts. That's okay. However, let us not be overridden by these things. Just let these things slide. You can always park them first and go back to them maybe after the practice. This evening, we aspire to become present, to just become aware of what our feelings are, what our thoughts are without bringing any judgment on the table. Just acknowledge whatever it is that you encounter as you go through the practice this evening. Know that everything will be safe, everything will be fine. So take it easy. relax, find comfort and safety in the shape that you have created for your body this evening. At this point, you know that you always have the opportunity to get out of this posture and find something that is much more safe, much more comfortable for your hips, for your lower body. But if you can stay here a little bit longer, then please do. Maybe last 3 breaths here. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. You can open your mouth here first. Sigh it out. On your own, inhale. Exhale. Maybe quietly at this point. Eyes remain closed. Just bring your hands to your heart space. Bowing down. Namaste. Chin up. Open your eyes. Hands to the sides. Let's begin. Inhale. Arms reach over to the sides, or rather to the sides and over your head. Then as you exhale, lower your hands to your heart center. Hands to the sides. Once again, breathing in. So reach out and over your heads. Exhale. Lower them down. One more time. Breathing in. Then as you breathe out, changes. Lower the right hand down. So I'm doing the mirror image here. So your right is my left and vice versa. So inhale once again. Then as you exhale, just side stretch. So feel that left arm reaching to the side, creating that beautiful C shape from your hips all the way to your fingertips. Try to push your chest a bit more forward. Bring your left shoulder back as you bring your right shoulder forward as well. Inhale once again. Maybe, just maybe, you can walk your right hand a bit farther to the side if you can. Otherwise, just stay wherever you are. And you can also soften the right elbow there, so that you can relax the right shoulder as well. Maybe gaze up or gaze down. Your choice. Come back to the center. So realign. Right arm reaches high. Exhale. Other side. Left hand lowers down. Inhale once again. Exhale. Side stretch. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead, stay, or maybe just try, feel a deeper stretch. And slowly rise. Raise your hands to the sides, okay? So we're going to face the left side of your mat. So this is your right, this is your left. So just face the left side. Let me set this aside first. So bring your knees out wide, close to the edges of your mat. Set your bums against your heels one more time. So you're flushing the tops of the feet down. If this is too much for your ankles at this point, feel free to pull the toes under. Okay? And then rest your bums once again on top of your heels. Whenever you do this, you feel a deeper stretch in your ankle area. So your toes are being spread. There's a bit of weight onto your toes. That is okay. Again, if it's too much, feel free to release them. Okay? So wherever you are, go ahead and just reach your arms forward. Maybe shimmy the hips side to side. Even the arms. So you're walking your hands forward until you're able to lower your forehead down. If you have a block or a pillow, maybe you can rest your forehead down to make it easier. So you really don't have to. The block is just a prop that makes it easier to practice. You can always soften your elbows down so that you can relax the shoulders, because the tendency sometimes when we overreach the arms, we hike up the shoulders. So we want to relax them also. You can open the palms if you want to. So this is your balasana, your child's pose. So all throughout the practice, if you need to go down and take a rest here, feel free to do so. So as you lengthen the back, you'll feel a stretch in your lower back specifically. Especially when you bring your hips closer to your heels. So there's a bit of traction happening there. Whenever you're ready, so release the block or your pillow with your hips. Come up to your all fours, okay? At this point, tuck the toes under so you have more support. So hands shoulder width apart, shoulders above your wrists, knees under your hips, okay? So your spine is neutral here. Now as you inhale, belly drops, push your chest forward, lengthen the throat, gaze up to the ceiling or your nose. Make sure that you're not hiking up the shoulders. Drop them down. And as you exhale, reverse, bring your chin to your chest, suck the navel in around the spine. So all throughout, your knees or your hips, your arms are not moving, only your spine. So find a way to articulate your spine, to bring warmth and length there. Whenever you inhale and exhale. So here we are trying to find some extension and flexion in the spine. An important way to create stability in the spine. Last one here. Exhale. And come back to your neutral spine once again. We start first with the right leg, that is the front leg closest to the screen. Your right leg reaches back. Press your toes down. And just move forward and back. Forward and back. So we're slowly warming up the joints. We're warming up the muscles. And then slowly push your hips back. Really find that stretch in the back of your right leg. So notice that my right heel almost wants to touch the mat or the floor. It cannot, but the goal is to basically feel that stretch in your calf, in your hamstring. Okay? So my shoulders are way behind my wrists at this point. But if you want more, feel free to walk your hands forward. Maybe forehead lowers down or your head lowers down. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, chest lowers down. One more time. In. X. One last in. Exhale. Stay for 3, for 2, 1. Chest lifts. Slowly walk the hands back. If they're forward. Right knee lowers down. Sit back here. Interlace the fingers. Gently rotate the wrists. So whenever we do, or whenever we put pressure onto our wrists, we're working on the upper body there. So always find a way to ensure that your joints are pretty much protected. So you don't want to put too much weight right away. Try to move the fingers, okay? Make your joints feel much more alive than they really are. Shake, shake, shake. Okay, set around, other side. The left leg or left foot, which is back. Just like what you did earlier, just forward and back. So notice a different feeling as you move your shoulders way past your wrists. And then when you bring them behind your wrists, it's a different feeling. So we're trying to create awareness there. And once you're ready to stretch, go ahead, stretch back. Maybe the other side feels much more open. It feels much easier to stretch. Then just like what you did earlier, go ahead, fully stretch your arms if you can. In, X, in, X, in, and then X. Hold here for 3, for 2, for 1. Slowly release. Sit back. Adding on here, open your elbows out to the sides, bring your elbows back to the center. Clear them out, bring them back to the center. So here we're adding a bit of a stretch in our shoulder blades. Squeezing the rhomboids there. Finding a way to open the chest area as well. And release. So just bring your hands down, please. Tuck the toes under. Push yourselves up. Come and sit in your malasana or your Asian squat. Okay? If this is not yet accessible for you right now, again, your block, your pillow, bring them under your hips and just try to find length in your spine there. Okay? Some of us will have a hard time bringing our heels down. If that is the case, again, the pillow, you can even roll the mat and bring them under your heel so that they feel much more supported. Okay, so the goal is to basically bring the floor closer to you, okay? Instead of the heels reaching for the floor. But if you can, just try to bring your heels down. So if I'm facing you, your toes are pointing out to the sides. So wherever your toes are pointing at, make sure that the knees point there as well to avoid torquing in the knee joints. So if you feel much more open, you can go wider. Then I'm using my arms here, my elbows, to basically open the knees a bit more, thereby stretching the groin area as well. Okay? You can use your hands as an anchor, and then I'm just shimmying the hips. So we don't want to do passive stretches at the beginning of the class or any other workout that you find yourself doing. Always begin with dynamic stretches, then we end up with passive stretches. Okay? So that's why even if you feel that you're not doing anything here, you are actually doing something. So notice how it feels in your feet. Okay? Do you feel the weight there? So make sure that the chest, okay, puffs up, the crown of the head reaches up, so that we don't put unnecessary weight onto our ankle joints. So there's a feeling of lifting, even if you were in a seated posture here. At this point, just walk your hands forward. Just reach forward as far as you can. So I'm trying to mimic as if I'm walking forward, but my feet remain grounded. Then stay. Inhale. Exhale. In. Exhale. Last one, in. Exhale. Lift the chest. Just walk the hands back. And then slowly come up. Okay, so wherever you're facing, whether the left or the front, it doesn't matter. So make sure to bend the knees here first. Protect the joints. Side to side. Just hang loose. Just let your arms swing ever so gently, side to side. Let the back feel the stretch, the middle back, the upper back as well. Back to the center. If you are unable to bring your hands or fingers down, you can always bring your hands, okay, a bit higher, closer to your shin bones or your ankles. Okay? So inhale, chest reaches forward, and as you exhale, maybe forward. Once again. Inhale. So chest reaches forward, maybe legs are long. And as you exhale, fold over your legs on your own. Inhale and exhale. Try not to overstretch. You don't want to hurt yourself. Just do whatever you can. Changes here. Inhale. Chest reaches forward once again. And as you exhale, try to bend the knees. Lower the hips down. Okay? In. X. So we're coming up in a forward fold. At the same time, we're going down into a squat. Okay? Malasana. So take the time to uncover how you feel here. Maybe it's easy for you. Maybe it's not. And that is okay. Okay? You are perfectly where you're supposed to be at. Okay? Last one here. Fold. Ragdoll. Grab your opposite elbows. Swing once again. Back to the center. Okay? Bend the knees. And then slowly come up. The head will come up last. Hands are up. Arms reach forward and up. Hands your heart center. Hands to the sides. Okay? Once again, inhale. Arms reach forward. Changes. Exhale. Right arm reaches down. C-shape that spine. So if I'm facing you, so we're side stretching. Come up. Other side. Inhale. Exhale. In and exhale. Inhale here. Changes. Reach your arms behind. Try to interlace the fingers if you can. So arms reach back. Chest lifts high. Maybe gaze up. And then slowly bend the knees. Release the bind. Fold. So make sure that you're facing the left side of your mat. Inhale. Then as you exhale, changes. Your right foot lunges back. So you're bending the left knee above the ankle. You're fully stretching the right leg. Spine is long, chest lifts. Hold it here first. Or maybe move forward and back until you become familiar with the posture. And then slowly lower your right knee down. Come up. Arms reach forward and up. So arms frame the head in between if you can. Otherwise, just feel free to bring your arms to the front. Doesn't matter. It depends on how open your shoulders are. So try to find that length in the spine and feel the stretch in the front of the thigh. The deeper you go, the more you feel that stretch there. Okay? Wherever you are, just lower both hands down. So you're framing the left foot in between. Inhale. Then as you exhale, just slowly stretch that left leg. So let's repeat. Lunge the left knee once again. And then stretch the left leg. One more time. And then stretch. Now we tried to connect the two postures earlier. So as you lunge, arms reach forward and up again. And as you exhale, hands down, stretch left leg. One more time. Just take it slowly, no need to rush. You don't even have to follow my own pace since I cannot see you in the practice, so make sure that you follow your own intuition whenever you move. So I'm stretching my left leg here. Let's change the feeling in the leg. Try to flex the left foot by sliding the left heel forward. So once you do this, you feel the stretch transfer to your hamstring. The more you flex your foot, the deeper the hamstring stretch becomes. So use your hands as an anchor so you feel much more balanced. If reaching the mat or the floor is too much, remember your block. You can always come up a bit higher, okay? Either way, make sure that the chest moves forward, the spine is not rounded. Try to find the length there. Changes. Point the toes once again. Then pivot the foot or the toes. Let them face the screen. Walk both hands to the right. So I'm basically facing the screen now. And then walk the right foot behind your right knee. It's like you're doing a side lunge here. Okay? So body check. Both hands are under the shoulders. Right knee is pressed down, the right foot is behind, the left leg is out to the sides, okay? Then slowly, slowly come up. Now if this is too much for the knee, feel free to cushion the knee, maybe with a pillow, with a blanket, especially if your flooring is, too hard onto your bones or onto your skin. Just feel free to adjust, okay? So make sure to lengthen the left leg. Feel the stretch in the inner seam of your left thigh. Both arms reach out to the sides. Maybe, okay, side to side. Just find your own center there. Takes a while maybe. Then slowly reach to the left. Left hand lowers down. Right arm reaches high. And then side stretch. So the deeper you walk your left hand down, the deeper you feel the stretch. But you don't have to. You can always pull back. Sometimes less is more, okay? Slowly release everything back down. Let's release the right knee here. Release the toes from behind. And just slowly, slowly set your bum against your right heel. Maybe relax the elbows down. The breather, inhale. And then exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. One last inhale. Exhale. So notice the position of my left foot here. I'm not lifting the outer blade of my left foot to deepen that stretch so that I can feel the lengthening in the leg. I try to put the left foot down, okay? If you can, try to feel it that way as well. Whenever you're ready, chest lifts. Slowly walk all the way to the right side. We're going to face the other side of your mat. Pick up your hips. And then just slowly, slowly adjust. Lower both knees down. Face down the right side of your mat. Okay? If you started here earlier, that's okay. Just move to the other side. Okay? As long as you even them out, you're perfectly fine. So bring your hands onto your hips once again. Just relax. Take a breather. Inhale. And then exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Walk the hands forward, please. Now changes as you inhale. Okay, bring your hips forward until they reach the mat down. Exhale. So we're back bending. We're squeezing the shoulder blades behind. Try not to, okay, shrug the shoulders. Shoulders away from your ears. If this is too much for the spine, take it easy, okay? Then push back. Child's pose. So move through the flow. Adjusting what needs to be adjusted in your hands, in your hips, in your feet. Whatever it is that is necessary for you to be able to safely enter and exit the posture. Last one here. Lift the chest. Just walk the hands back. Tuck the toes under. Remember your malasana. Maybe this one feels much easier at this point because somehow you were able to do some stretches earlier with your quads, with your adductors, with your hamstrings, with your calves. Slowly leave your eyes. Inhale. exhale. Now bend your knees here. Slowly, slowly come up. Arms lift high. Hands to your heart space. Hands down to the sides, okay? So let's now walk to the front of the mat, the right side. So we'll repeat everything that we did earlier. So we'll now do, or take the left side. Arms reach forward and up. And as you exhale, fold. After you lift. And as you exhale, now the left foot lunges back. So remember, lengthen the back leg, bend the front knee, use your hands as an anchor, forward and back. Try to lower the hips down there, okay? It's actually harder if your hips are too high, so you want to bring your hips down. And once you're ready, left knee lowers down. Slowly rise. Try to square the hips so you feel much more balance and center. Okay, right knee, okay, is above the ankle. And once you're ready, arms reach forward and up. Remember, arms can be in front if it's too much for the shoulder girdle. If you can, go ahead, okay? Try to activate the glutes. You don't have to go deep into your quad stretch. Then once you're ready, lower your hands down. Stretch your right leg. So just like what we did earlier, move forward once again. Stretch it back. Now let's connect the two. Bend. Come up. Hands down. Stretch. One more time. Try to move as mindfully as you can. And then stretch. So remember, adjust what needs to be adjusted. On the toes here first. And let's go to the hamstring. Slide your right heel forward as you bring your toes close to your shin bone. Notice a different feeling once again, or once right away, rather. Breathe. Now changes, point your toes forward, and then pivot your toes to face the screen. Once again. Walk your hands to the left, then bring your left foot behind your left knee. So we're side stretching, so adjust if you have to. Okay, once you're ready, come up. Remember to cushion the left knee once again, or if you have to. Okay, stand tall and proud here. Arms reach out to the sides, remember. So imagine somebody pulling you side to side until you find your center. Then reach to the right side. Right hand lowers down. Left arm reaches high. Side stretch. Remember, you can go deeper if you want to. And slowly you rise. Release both hands down. Release your toes. Inhale. Then as you exhale, push back. Lower the elbows down. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing in. And then breathing out. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Chest lifts, hips lift. Keep walking all the way to the left. So we go back to where we started. Both knees down. Sit back here. Relax. Breathe in. And then breathe out. One more back bend here. Walk the hands forward. And just like what we did, push your hips forward and down. And come back to your child's pose. Back bends feel much more accessible, especially after doing side stretches, because you feel that the spine has become lengthened. It's like the crooks and crevices there have been, have been stretched, have been opened up. Chest lifts. Walk the hands forward. Changes here. We'll bring the hips down. Cross the feet from behind. Just release your hips down. And just stretch the legs forward. Okay? So however you can, just release your hips down, stretch the legs forward. And adjust the feet if you have to. You can go a bit wider here, like what I'm doing. Maybe one more. Feel free to bring the legs together. Okay? For me, I feel much more comfortable separating the legs here. So my hips are pressed down, my spine is long. Try to walk your hands forward. You can grab your ankles, don't have to. You can always bring your hands beside the legs. Inhale. Now as you exhale, soften the elbows down. Imagine your chest melting down. So even if you're unable to bring your chest to your thighs, that's okay. No need for heroes tonight. Just do whatever you can. Inhale, chest lifts, release. Now bend the knees here. Bring your hands behind. Just close to your sit bones, palms down, fingers point out to the sides maybe. And just lower both knees to the right side. Windshield wiper. Back to the center. And switch sides. So just repeat the cycle of up or of moving up and moving down. A good twist is one way to feel a release if there is any tension in the lower back. Back to the center. And slowly just find your way down onto your backs. Just ease into it. Hug your knees to your chest. As you hug your knees to your chest, try to massage the back. Open your knees out wide. Stack your feet above your knees. Maybe flex the feet here. Happy baby pose. If you can reach the feet, well and good. You can always just grab any part of your legs there. And just like, like a baby, just happily swing there. The shoulders are soft. The back is relaxed. Come back to the center as you bring your knees together. And now slowly lower the feet down. Close to your sit bones. Maybe a bit wider than the usual. Just let your knees rest against each other. Reach your arms out to the sides, palms facing up. Inhale through the nose, and as you exhale, open the mouth. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. One last inhale. Exhale. So take the time to relax here first. We're slowly trying to consolidate everything what has just happened to our bodies earlier. Trying to reap the benefits of the stretches, the forward folds, the opening in the hips, the side stretches, all the things that we've done tonight. Even if you were not able to do them the way you expected them to do, or to happen rather, remember that is okay. As we often say in the practice, yoga meets us where we're at. Make sure the neck is long. If you're punching here, the chin is close to the chest. Relax. Maybe at this point you might want to close your eyes. No distractions, just my voice guiding you as we slowly wind down the practice. So take the time to rest there. We are slowly entering the most important phase of your practice, your Shavasana. Stay there. I'll wake you up once we're done. So continue staying where you are. Your back is against the mat. Your head is relaxed. Your eyes are closed. Your body feels heavy. If there is tension in the lower back, continue staying where you are, where your knees are bent, your knees are drawn towards each other. Otherwise, if you want to really relax the legs, go ahead, stretch your legs forward and out, as wide as your lower body allows you. And just let your feet splay out to the sides as well. No worries. No nothing. Just relax. Chill. Rest. So allow the quietness of the moment to wash over your bodies tonight. Allow your minds to remain calm and focused on what is happening this evening. You are here, resting, reaping the benefits of your practice, taking the time to heal, staying in the present moment. So as your mind slowly becomes clear of things that are not important at this point, try to soften the heart as well. If something is off, if something is troubling you, know that you always have time and the space to confront it. Maybe just allow the heart to rest for a moment. And maybe the solution that you are looking for will come to you after the practice. So allow the grace to come in. Relax. Slowly come back to the spaces around you. Allow your legs to move just a little bit. Your hands, your arms, maybe your head, your hips. Bring your legs together, then bring your arms over your head. Just give yourselves a full body stretch, like waking up in the morning. And then curl up one more time as you bring your knees to your chest, then wrap your arms around your knees, hugging yourselves tight like a ball. And then resting onto one side, fetal posture. And whenever you're ready, slowly come back up to a seated posture, whatever it is that you prefer. If you're doing Sukhasana like what I'm doing, that's okay. If you're thinking of something else, that's okay as well. Eyes remain closed. Just bring your hands to your heart center. Let's seal the practice with one sound of Om. Exhale all the air out. Inhale for Om. One sound, one breath, united in the practice. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I wish you peace, peace, and peace. Namaste. So thank you guys for joining me tonight in a gentle practice. Hope your body feels good. And hope to see you guys once again, same time, same place. Bye-bye.